Good morning. Welcome to Morning Special. 여러분 안녕하세요. 9월 17일 화요일 최수진의 Morning Special입니다. While there are campaigns aimed at reducing the number of vehicles, such as the Week of No Cars initiative, we can't deny how important a car can be in daily life. Well, we need our cars to take us to places like hospitals, schools, or our hometowns. But now it seems like we should add 33 other countries we could go to with just one driver's license. 네, 영문 운전면허증인데요. 청취자 여러분, 영국, 호주, 뉴질랜드, 스위스, 덴마크 등 앞으로는 전 세계 33개국에서 영문 운전면허증 한 장으로 운전을 하실 수 있다고 합니다. 전국 운전면허 시험장에 가시면은요, 그 영문으로 된 면허증을 이번 주부터 발급받으실 수 있는데요. 싱가포르, 터키, 핀란드, 파푸아뉴기니, 괌, 코스타리카 등 이 면허증만 있으면은 현지에서 바로 운전을 할 수 있다고 하고요. 오만, 루안다, 나미비아, 라이베리아, 부룬디, 카메룬 등 아프리카와 중동 나라까지 포함되어 있다고 합니다. 한 가지 중요한 점은요, 운전할 때 반드시 여권을 소지해야 한다고 하네요. Well, traveling has never been as easy as it is now, and being able to drive in 33 countries with one license surely demonstrates how smaller the world has become. Well, with that in mind, let me give you today's quiz question for hour one. Here it is. A driver's license contains important information about the driver. Which of the following is not contained in a driver's license? 1번, date of birth. 2번, address. 3번, favorite movie. 오늘도 청취자 여러분의 많은 참여 기다리고 있습니다. 퀴즈 정답 보내주신 분들 중에 총 5분께 추첨을 통해서 떡볶이 세트 보내드리겠습니다. 또 여러분의 소식과 소감 그리고 방송 중 궁금한 질문 있으시면 보내주세요. 짧은 문자 50원, 긴 문자 100원에 샵 1045고요. 반디 게시판이나 카카오톡 플러스 이용도 가능합니다. Alright then, let's kick off today's show with today's global headlines. 세계 각국 언론사들의 어떤 헤드라인이 올라왔는지 살펴보는 시간입니다. Touch Global Headlines.
A U.S. news outlet has reported that Iran launched cruise missiles in addition to drones in the attack on a key Saudi oil facility.
사우디아라비아 석유시설에 이란이 드론 외에도 미사일 공격이 있었다는 미국 언론 보도가 나왔습니다.
Hong Kong activist Joshua Hong has urged the U.S. to include a human rights clause in any trade agreement with China, prompting Beijing to criticize his quote, begging for foreign interference in China's domestic affairs.
홍콩 송환법 반대 시위의 주역 조슈아 웡이 미중 무역 협상에 홍콩 문제를 의제로 포함해야 한다고 촉구하자 중국이 내정 간섭을 구걸한다며 강력히 비판했습니다.
The United Auto Workers Union has gone on strike against General Motors for the first time in 12 years.
미국 제너럴 모터스가 12년 만에 전면 파업에 돌입했습니다.
The European Union plans to introduce a tax on digital services even in the absence of a global accord on a so-called web tax.
유럽연합이 이른바 디지털세에 대한 국제적 합의가 도출되지 않으면 독자적 도입을 추진하겠다고 밝혔습니다.
Tanzania's central bank has issued a commemorative coin featuring Korea's easternmost Dokdo Island with the inscription, "The Land of Korea."
탄자니아 중앙은행이 독도는 한국 땅이라고 표기된 기념 주화를 발행해 화제가 되고 있습니다. And for the headlines and more, I'm joined by Walter. Good morning, 선생님.
Good morning to you and a hearty good morning special to all of our listeners and all of our viewers out there on the various platforms. Always great to be back here on another beautiful, sunny, clear Tuesday.
Well, it is a lovely day today. Our opening was about this driver's license. From this week onwards,
Yep.
you can get an English driver's license in Korea. Now, just to be clear, it's not completely English. On the front, you will have the Korean.
Sure.
On the back, you will have an English version of that license. And with that, you can drive in many countries around the world.
Yeah, 33 as it said in your opening. And I just want to clarify something. You mentioned 영국, 호주, New Zealand, Swiss, Denmark, 등. One of those dungs is Canada.
그래서요, 제가 든 생각이, 저도 이번 주에 이거 발급 받으려고 하거든요.
Sure.
이거를 들고 제가 캐나다를 가겠습니다.
Yes, you could. And you could
선생님을
drive.
찾으러요.
Please do.
네. 혹시 어제 방송을 못 들으신 분들을 위해서
Sure.
다시 한번 말씀을 드리지만 이번 주는요 너무 슬픈 주간입니다. 월터 선생님의 마지막 주예요. 이번 주 수요일을 끝으로 한국에서의 생활을 일단 마무리를 하시고
That is true.
본국으로 돌아가신다는 정말 안타까운 소식을 어제 전해드렸는데 아주 어제 난리가 났습니다.
Yeah.
문자, 반디, 카카오톡 너무 많아서 저희가 다 소개를 해드리지 못했어요. 오늘도 여러분 많이 보내주시면은 그 인사 메시지 보내주시면은 방송 중에 읽어드리도록 하겠습니다.
The outpouring of support and well wishes from our fantastic listeners was overwhelming. And of course, we can't get to them all on air as much as we would love to, but certainly I read as many as I could myself after the show. And I really, really do appreciate everybody sending in those words of encouragement, support, and well wishes.
네. 그래서 오프닝에서 말씀드린 이 운전면허증을 가지고 저는 나중에 혹시 캐나다를 가게 되면은 운전해서 선생님을 찾도록 할게요. Okay. Of course, it is great news for you though because you have good plans. So it's congratulations are also in store as well. Let's not be too sad about this.
Right, and a lot of people really focused on
Yeah.
that as well. And you know what they say, it is a cliche, but I think it's one of those cliches that's true. When one door closes, another opens.
네, 우리 작가님이요. 뭐 어디 멀리 가는 것도 아닌데 캐나다 가는 건데라고 지금.
Sorry, I'm not going to Mars with Elon
그러니까요.
Musk
뭐
or
어디 뭐
anything.
화성 가는 것도 아니고 그냥 이사 간다 이렇게 생각을 가볍게 하면 되겠다고 말씀해 주셨습니다. 변은경님 안녕하세요. 오늘도 감사한 아침입니다. 남정현님 Good morning special 해주셨고요. 방향숙님도요. Good morning. 모스 이렇게 보내주셨습니다. 하얀누님 마찬가지. 오늘 무슨 이 그들을 길게 쓰는 게 유행인가 봐요. 근데 이제 길게 이렇게 써주셨어요. 선생님, 월터 선생님, don't go! 이렇게 보내주셨습니다. 가지 마세요 하셨는데, 네, 멀리 가시는 건 아니에요. 그냥 캐나다.
Sure.
언제든지 오실 수 있어요.
And
그죠?
you can drive there with your Korean license
그러니까요.
now.
네, 뭐 멀리 가시는 거 아닙니다. 자, 이로써 오늘 월터 선생님 마지막 방송 이브가 되겠습니다. 조금 전에 저희가 읽어드린 헤드라인 다시 듣고 싶으신 분들은요. 모닝 스페셜 홈페이지에 들어가셔서 무료로 다시 들으실 수 있습니다. 많은 이용 바랍니다. Well, let's go over the headlines.
Headline number one, a U.S. news outlet has reported that Iran launched cruise missiles in addition to drones in the attack on a key Saudi oil facility.
사우디아라비아 석유 시설에 이란이 드론 외에도 미사일 공격이 있었다는 미국 언론 보도가 나왔습니다.
Well, of course, we reported on the news of the attack yesterday, and in our discussions of that report, there was much said about who did what and who didn't do what and who said they did things and so on and so on.
And the speculation continues.
It does continue, and it's been, I think, ramped up in some regards. We noted yesterday some of the strong language, very clear, definitive language coming from the U.S. In terms of who they felt was responsible for the attack. What's interesting now is that they have not backed away from that, saying very clearly that they feel Iran is responsible, but now also saying, at least some media outlets reporting that it has been said, in addition to the drones that we reported on yesterday, that missiles were also used in that attack.
What's interesting is that the oil facilities that we're talking about here are in the northeast of Saudi Arabia, which is slightly closer to Iran than it is to Yemen. Now, Yemeni forces have claimed responsibility, but Washington does not believe these claims and it's saying Iran is responsible. We are sure of it. We have reason to believe it. And as you said, they're saying it wasn't just the drones. missiles were fired too.
That is right. In fact, the U.S. has very clearly said that they feel that the Yemenis are claiming credit for something that they did not do. So
Of
not
course,
even
they're on the same side as Iran as well.
Yes.
So, yeah, as you said there.
a little bit of a semantic difference indeed.
Yeah.
The other interesting thing here is that President Trump's response to this came, as many responses do, via a tweet saying that the U.S. was, quote, locked and loaded, meaning prepared, to respond to the attack and then waiting for verification of who was responsible, and then also waiting for word from Saudi Arabia on how to proceed.
그러네요. 지금 이 상황을 보면은 어제는 이제 그 사우디아라비아에 있는 석유 시설에 드론이 그 공격을 가했다. 그리고 이것에 대해서 미국은 이란이 그 배후에 있다고 믿는다까지 어제 보도를 해드렸습니다. 오늘의 업데이트된 소식은 미국은 이제 이란이 이 배후에 있다는 것이 확실할 뿐만 아니라 이게 드론에 더 나아가서 순항 미사일도 발사를 했다. 이렇게 미국은 믿고 있다라는 보도가 어제 나왔어요. 그렇지만 미국 측에서는 완벽하게 이게 검증이 된 것은 아니지만 믿을 만한 여러 가지 증거들이 있다라고 얘기를 한 겁니다. 이게 검증이 되는 순간 지금 말씀해 주신 것처럼 locked and loaded가 원래 있는 표현이죠. 장전 완료된 미국이기 때문에 언제든지 공격을 가할 수 있다. 이란에게 공격을 가할 수 있다. 이런 얘기죠.
And there's been an interesting response to President Trump's comment that not only are they prepared for an attack, but that they are waiting for some direction from Saudi Arabia, with some of Trump's critics saying that the power to declare war lies with Congress, not with the president, and then also saying that Saudi Arabia should not be giving orders on how the U.S. is to proceed militarily.
Conflicting words, do you think?
Well, certainly, yeah, that is a very strong critic of President Trump, and it raises at least an interesting question.
워싱턴 측에서는 사우디아라비아가 이 사실을 확인해 주면은 즉 예멘이 아니라 사실은 이 배후에 이란이 있었다는 것을 사우디아라비아가 확인만 해주면은 미국은 언제든지 공격을 가할 준비가 되어 있다라고 얘기를 했습니다. We'll have to leave that story there and see what sort of response Saudi Arabia shows today. But in the meantime, staying in America, but also looking at China, let's go on to headline number 2.
Hong Kong activist Joshua Wong has urged the U.S. to include a human rights clause in any trade agreement with China, prompting Beijing to criticize his, quote, begging for foreign interference in China's domestic affairs.
홍콩 송환법 반대 시위의 주역 조슈아 웡이 미중 무역 협상에 홍콩 문제를 의제로 포함해야 한다고 촉구하자 중국이 내정 간섭을 구걸한다며 강력히 비판했습니다.
So the quote mentioned in the headline came by way of a press conference where a foreign ministry spokesperson from the Chinese side was asked the question whether the Chinese government or the foreign ministry or the spokesperson had any comment regarding the activities of the activist Joshua Hong. In response to that, the foreign spokesperson, the foreign ministry spokesperson said, "The individual you mentioned is a Chinese citizen, but has been traveling all over the place, quote, begging for foreign interference in China's domestic affairs."
Clearly he was talking about Joshua Wong there. Now, in headline number 1, we looked at the dispute between America and Iran. Now we're looking at America and China. The trade dispute has been going on for months and months. And Joshua Wong, just a few days ago, over the weekend actually, asked Washington to include humanitarian clauses in the trade dispute, I suppose, regulations that they have. And basically, he was saying, protect Hong Kong. And China is now saying, the Hong Kong issue is an internal affair.
Of course.
Washington has no say in it. So who is Joshua Wong to go to Washington and ask for help?
Yeah, indeed. It adds certainly another level of complexity to the issues going on there in terms of the trade, the tariffs, and any resolution that could be coming toward that. The issue, I guess, would be that Joshua Wong is calling for the U.S. to add these clauses that might say something to the effect that should this happen in China, then this will be the result of the trade. So it would, on the surface at least, bring it outside of, America trying to influence what's happening in China directly, but of course indirectly that's definitely what's intended.
네, 앞서서 우리 시간으로 지난 주말 조슈아 웡이 미국을 방문해서요. 이 미중 무역 협정에 있어서 인권 조항을 하나 포함해달라라고 촉구를 했습니다. 물론 이제 홍콩 얘기를 하고 있겠죠. 조슈아 웡은 홍콩에서 이 시위의 주역 중 한 명이니까요. 이에 대해서 아직 워싱턴은 반응을 보이지 않았습니다. 중국에서는 이건 중국 문제인데 왜 미국에 가서 도움을 달라고 하느냐. 이것은 홍콩 문제는 100% 내정, 중국만의 문제다. 중국 안에서 해결할 것이다. 라고 주장을 했습니다. Let's go on to our next headline.
Headline number 3. The United Auto Workers Union has gone on strike against General Motors for the first time in 12 years.
미국 제너럴 모터스, GM이 12년 만에 전면 파업에 돌입했습니다.
And I think the Korean headline does mention it specifically. This is in the United States,
Yeah.
although interestingly enough, GM Korea and the workers there are going through a similar strike as of a couple of weeks ago here
Yeah.
in Korea. But this particular strike in the U.S. Is the first in some 12 years, and it's a rather large strike as well, affecting some 48,000 hourly workers who did walk out of some 31 GM factories as well as 21 other facilities. It is the largest strike by any union against any business since the last strike at GM, which was back in 2007.
Right. And as you mentioned, in over a decade, this is the first time we're seeing this sort of national protest. Would you call it a protest? Demonstration?
Well, certainly a
strike?
Yeah, a strike for
Okay.
legal reasons. That's what the union would call it. But
Okay.
Socially and fundamentally, it is a term, a method of protest, certainly.
Okay, well, I want to be politically correct. What are the issues here?
Well, of course, there are two sides. We have on one side, the workers' union. On the other side, we have the company itself, General Motors. The workers, for their part, are saying that GM was putting profits ahead of employees who really were at the heart of turning the company around because, for context, it's important to remember that General Motors went bankrupt not that long ago, about a
Right.
decade ago or so.
Yeah.
And so the union workers are saying that there were sacrifices made by the workers at that time that were central to putting GM back on track. For its part, the company has said that it has made a substantial offer that includes improved pay and profit sharing for its union members, going so far as to say that those hourly workers earn about $90,000 per year. And of course, that's over 100 million or 1억 won.
네, 그렇습니다. 지금 이제 노사 측에서 이견이 생긴 그 주제들을 보면은요, 임금 문제가 있고요, 건강보험 문제, 그 다음에는 고용 안정. 이게 크게는 세 가지로 볼 수 있을 것 같습니다. 여기서 계속 이견이 생기면서 이제 현지 시간 16일 0시, 이게 동부 시간 기준입니다. 이 시간을 기점으로 파업에 들어갔다고 미국 언론이 보도를 했고요. 이로 인해서 미국 자동차 노조 소속 한 4만 9천 명 정도가 파업에 돌입했습니다. 이로 인해서 한 30개 이상의 미국 공장이 멈춰섰고요. 20개 이상의 부품 창고도 문을 닫게 됐습니다. As you said, there's a similar but not directly related strike here in Korea as well.
Yeah, General Motors Korea, the workers there are going on strike for, in some ways, similar reasons, but the strike itself is not coordinated with the parent company in the U.S.
네, 그렇습니다. 한국 GM은 이제 지난 9일에서 11일에도 이제 전면 파업을 한 바 있는데요. 뭐 직접적인 연관이 있는 것은 아닙니다만 여전히 지금도 노사 간에 계속 협상이 이루어지고 있는 것으로 그렇게 제가 알고 있습니다. Let's go on to our next headline.
Headline number 4, the European Union plans to introduce a tax on digital services even in the absence of a global accord on a so-called web tax.
유럽연합이 이른바 디지털세에 대한 국제적인 합의가 도출되지 않으면 독자적 도입을 추진하겠다고 밝혔습니다.
So the statements here regarding this are coming from a commissioner designate for economic affairs in the EU, who was incidentally also a former Italian prime minister. And he said that his first task would be to see whether it is possible to introduce a so-called web tax at the OECD or G20 level. And that is to say, essentially a global level, because that would be what he feels is the most effective solution.
The reason the EU, and especially this particular head of the department, is pushing for an international rule or regulation is because the internet is global.
Yes, of course.
And we're looking specifically at companies like Facebook and Google, which last year the EU tried to levy taxes on,
Sure.
but it failed to do so because it needs every single member's approval to levy this web tax, as they
Yeah.
call it, but some countries did not agree. And right now the EU is saying, if we can't get an agreement internationally, then we'll try to, make our own rules and then still levy those taxes.
Yeah, those taxes indeed, and that is the case. And that's why you'll see a lot of companies like Google, for example, they may have their headquarters or a large portion of their company in countries that you may not expect. Of course, you might think that America would be one of its keys, and it is. Their headquarters are there, but for the sake of taxes and many other issues, they have also affiliates in many other countries. I think Ireland currently is one of the places where there's a big presence. However, it moves around as the tax laws change.
네, 그렇습니다. 작년에 페이스북과 구글 같은 이런 큰 기업이 유럽에서 얻는 수익에 대해서 유럽연합이 이제 웹택스라고 하는 이 세금을 부과하려고 했지만 실패했습니다. 왜냐하면 이제 EU 회원국들 간의 이견이 있었거든요. 이번에는 우린 기다릴 시간이 없다. We have no time to wait 라고 얘기를 하면서 EU 자체적으로라도 이런 텍스를 만들고 부과를 하겠다라고 밝혔습니다. Let's go on to our final headline.
Headline number 5, Tanzania's central bank has issued a commemorative coin featuring Korea's easternmost Dokdo Island with the inscription, "The Land of Korea."
탄자니아 중앙은행이 독도는 한국 땅이라고 표기된 기념주화를 발행해 화제가 되고 있습니다.
Yeah, interesting story here. Have you seen images of the coin?
I have, yeah.
Yeah, I looked it up online as well. It looks quite impressive, actually. And this has been issued by the Central Bank of Tanzania. And it was actually issued back in July, at least according to the reports that I've seen. These are pure silver coins, again, with that inscription, "The Land of Korea," and of course with the image of Dokdo there in the background. And these coins are being sold both at home there in Tanzania as well as abroad. So it is likely, although I don't know exactly how one could do it, I think you can also have them purchased here in Korea, or at least have them sent here.
Right. It's actually not the first time that Dokdo coins, commemorative coins, have been issued worldwide. We saw a similar instance in Uganda in 2005, and of course in North Korea as well in 2004. So hopefully it's a trend.
Hopefully indeed, and many people asking the question, well, what about here at home in our very own Bank of Korea? Are they not willing or ready or prepared to do the same thing?
Well, we'll have to wait and see. Okay, well, those are our headlines for this morning. Let's remind our listeners of the quiz.
Our quiz today is about driver's licenses. A driver's license contains important information about the driver, but which of the following is not contained in that driver's license? Would that be number 1, date of birth, number 2, address, or number 3, but it would be interesting, favorite movie?
네, 운전면허증에 나와 있지 않는 정보를 골라주시면 되겠습니다. 1번 DOB 생년월일이죠. 2번 주소, 그리고 3번 좋아하는 영화. 짧은 문자 50원, 긴 문자 100원에 샵 1045로 보내주시고요. 밴디 게시판이나 카카오톡 플러스 이용도 가능합니다. 추첨을 통해서 총 5분께 떡볶이 세트 보내드리겠습니다. 선생님 왜 웃고 계신지. 사연이 하나 들어왔군요. 차도진 님이요. 청와대 국민청원에 월터쌤 캐나다 출국 금지를 요청합니다. 라고 보내주셨어요. Let's ban Walter from leaving the country.
Yeah, I appreciate the sentiment behind that. It's a very nice sentiment. I understand what the implication is, but please don't.
Okay. Well, we're going to listen to a song requested by yourself.
Yeah, thank you to the production staff for letting me have a few recommendations, requests in the songs
지금
today.
보이는 라디오의 선생님이랑 SES의 바다 씨랑 사진을 같이 찍었네요.
Yes, indeed. Our first song here is from SES. It's Dreams Come True. And I listened to this song. I came to Korea in 98, and I went back to Canada actually for about 11 months in 1999. After being here for about 15 months, I left to go to Canada. It was a planned vacation, essentially, to travel around Canada and then to come back to Korea. And I remember sitting in Gimpo International Airport, because there was no Incheon International Airport then,
yeah.
listening to this song, Dreams Come True, from SES, and reflecting on the past year or 15 months I'd spent in Korea and thinking, wow, I've had a great time here. I can't wait to go tell everybody about it in Canada, but then to come back as well. And it sounds cliche, but I really did feel as though my dream had come true.
네. 한국에 다시 돌아오게끔 한 노래라고 해도 과언이 아닐 것 같네요. 들어보겠습니다. 월터 선생님의 추억이 담긴 SES의 Dreams Come True.